All right, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kodash, that will honor our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth. Shalawam. This is Nazar Qad, GMS Precepts here, and I want to go into, I don't know what title I'm going to name this, but this is basically for the doubters, okay? For the unbelievers, okay? I have here 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter pulled up. Pretty soon, you unbelievers are gonna know that what we were preaching was the correct thing, right? There's gonna be a point in time where the Most High is gonna show you unbelievers, or show the unfaithful, or show the ones that constantly talk down about the prophecies, constantly talk down about the things that we bring out through the scriptures about what we say through the Spirit. It will come to pass that what we were saying was correct, okay, and what you were thinking about what we were saying was incorrect, right? So let me start off with 2nd Ezra 15 chapter. I'm gonna start at the points in the third voice. I'm sorry, the third verse. It says, "Behold, this is 2nd Ezra 15:1 in Apocrypha. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." Now, what things are those? Those are the prophecies written throughout the scriptures from Genesis all the way to Revelation, the whole book, right? It's not just the Old Testament, right? It's the whole book. There are prophecies still in the Old Testament that still haven't been fulfilled, all right, as well as the New Testament. So this book, okay, is a book of not only law, statutes, and commandments, but it's a book of prophecy, right? So the Spirit is telling us speak, or to speak, or telling the prophets to speak the words of prophecy onto my people, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Verse 3, here's a point. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." Right? Now, the incredulity, you go into that word, it means unbelief. Right? You have a lot of unbelievers out there, especially concerning the things that we bring out in the scriptures as far as prophecy. Okay? A lot of people, especially, a lot of you church guys, church people, or what's the word? Um, damn, Jesus freaks, right? Have an issue with prophecy, man, because you're not being taught that in your churches. You're being taught lies, okay? And actually, churches don't really even go into prophecy, and also, and furthermore, if they have that charter, that 501c3 charter, they're prohibited from speaking against the coming of the Lord, okay? So when we bring out the true aspects of the Lord and how he's angry and how he's going to come back and kill, right, and cast judgment, you guys don't believe that. Anyway, it says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not their incredulity or their unbelief of them trouble thee that speak against thee," right? So anybody that speaks against the prophecies that we speak about the RFI, or about the mark of the beast being an RFID chip, about America being um, depicted in Revelation as a lake of fire, about the so-called white man who's known as Edom in the scriptures going into slavery. As far as people that speak against that or don't believe it, it says, the scripture says, "Fear them not." Okay, fear not the imaginations against them. Right? Why? It says, verse 4, it gives you the answer. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." Right? Remember, I said the word incredulity. It means it means unbelief. Right? And basically, to be an unbeliever, you're unfaithful because you don't believe in the things that the scriptures say are going to come to pass. Right? And it says what? "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." So these are the things that the Most High has prepared in store for not only America, but for all over the world, right? He's got this prepared, and he's preparing a big super destruction, right? And he's marinating, and that's been marinating for a while now. It's been seasoned, and it's ready, right? sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right. The next verse I have here is in Romans. Romans, the 3rd chapter. It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief?" Right. I was going into that word in Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, about unbelievers or the unfaithful or the incredulity of them. Right. The incredulity of the unbelievers. Verse 3, it says, Romans 3 and 3, "For what if some that did not believe?" Because you do have a lot that don't believe. You do have a lot of people that don't believe that America is on its way down. It's circling the drain, and the Most High is getting ready to destroy it off the face of the earth. A lot of people still don't believe that. It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" Right? So basically, does their unbelief of a certain prophecy, does their unbelief of slavery, does their unbelief of the Most High in period, or the belief of the Most High, or that the Most High exists, does their unbelief make the Most High not not true, or does it make the prophecies not true? What does the scripture says? God forbid. Right? Romans 3 and 4, "God forbid, yea, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar." Right? Because the scriptures say the Most High is an entity that cannot lie. Right? Now I'm going to go to my last verse, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. It says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with" what? Unbelievers. Right? "Be not unequally yoked together for unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with righteousness?" What fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? In what communion hath light with darkness? Okay? It's like water and oil. They don't mix. Right? So unbelievers, get away from unbelievers. Okay? Why? Because we already know, pursuant to Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, what the Most High is going to do to unbelievers. It says, "For all the unfaithful shall" what? Die. Can't highlight it. "Shall die in their unfaithfulness." Right? For all the unfaithful shall what? Die in their unfaithfulness. Right? You know what? I just thought of another scripture. Let me read this again. I'll go to it. This is, and then I'll end it. It says, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion hath light with darkness?" Okay? Like water and oil, like I just mentioned. Water and oil, they don't mix. Light and darkness, they don't mix. Righteousness with unrighteousness, they don't mix. Unbelievers with believers, that doesn't mix. Right? Let me get one more, because I just thought of it. Go to it here. Let me go to Amos, the 3rd chapter, and I'll end it with that. Amos, the 3rd chapter, 3rd verse. And it's very simple. Right? Amos 3 and 3. "Can two walk together except they be agreed?" Right? Can two walk together except they be agreed? The answer is no. Two cannot walk together if they're not in agreement. Okay? Right? You can't have righteousness with unrighteousness. You can't have unbelievers with believers. Right? So that's why Second Corinthians said, "Separate yourself with unbelievers." Okay? Separate yourself. There shall be no fellowship with the righteous and the unrighteous. "And what communion hath light with darkness?" None. Zip, zero. Okay? Can two walk together except they be agreed? The rhetorical question. The answer is no. Okay? No. Two can't walk together except they be agreed. All right? So that's pretty much it, Lord willing. You brothers and sisters were edified. A little quick show that I just popped in, the Spirit just jumped on me to do. Lord willing, y'all were edified. Until the next show, shalawam.